Hi, this is Adam of American Teacher TV on YouTube and American Teacher on YouTube. And if you haven't already done so, please click the subscribe button under the video and give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below. Yesterday, I talked somewhat about living in Taiwan and the benefits and the negatives of living in Taiwan. And I was thinking last night, I got something wrong and then I forgot a few things. So today, this is Living in Taiwan Part 2. My partner Jason pointed out that in my video yesterday, I said that our electric bill was about $100 US every month, which is not correct. It's $100 US every 2 months, which is about $50 a month, which is extremely low. Another thing that I neglected to mention was the convenience stores in Taiwan. They are awesome. We have 3 major chains: Family Mart, 7-Eleven, and High Life. And there's also OK Mart. And there are others, but those are the main ones. And they are like one-stop places. You can do so many things there. You can buy train tickets, concert tickets at the convenience stores. You can pay your utility bills there. They're just, they're really convenient. And there's so many things that you can do there. You can have packages shipped there. Like if you're not going to be home, a lot of the online retailers, e-tailers will ship your packages to 7-Eleven or to some other convenience store, and they will hold them there for you until you pick them up. And you can actually pay COD for your package at the convenience store, or cash on delivery, COD. So very, very, very convenient. And in Taiwan, there's literally a convenience store within walking distance of pretty much every house. So you're always within walking distance of a convenience store, and there are so many things you can do there. You can top up your phone, pay your phone bill. They also have microwavable meal boxes, which are much better and healthier than the food options at convenience stores in America. They even have fresh salads every day that you can pick up there at the convenience stores. So yeah, the convenience stores are like a national treasure in Taiwan. Once you find out what all you can do in the convenience store is just amazing. Another thing is the transportation system in Taiwan. Probably due to the fact that it's an island, it's very, very easy to get from city to city in Taiwan. We have the Taiwan railway system, which links the east and west coast together from north to south. And the tickets are relatively inexpensive. I know I travel, I think it's 50 Taiwanese dollars to travel one way for a town that's about 30 minutes away. So 50 Taiwanese dollars is probably $1.50 in US. I'm not good at math, but you can look up the exchange rate. It's very cheap to take a train ride. And they have Taiwan high-speed rail, which is extremely fast and efficient. I can get to Taoyuan, which, Jason, how far is Taoyuan by car?
It's only 10 minutes by.
I know 10 minutes by high-speed rail. How far by car?
Oh, you have to take it can easily take 40 to 50 minutes to get there.
So to get to Taoyuan City, it could take almost an hour, up to 50 minutes to drive there by car. You can hop on the high-speed rail and get there in 10 minutes. And the ticket, if you get a standing or not standing room only, but a non-reserved ticket, which means you only get a seat if there's an empty seat available, you only pay about $10 US. So, and you cut down on travel time immensely. So it's extremely convenient to travel in Taiwan. Also, the weather is, like I said before, it never gets below freezing unless you're up in the tallest mountains. And you can ride a scooter pretty much anywhere, which also saves a lot of money, a lot of gas money. So the climate is conducive to riding scooters, which are not only fun to ride, but also very cost-saving. Also, the people in Taiwan are very friendly. I remember when I first moved here, I was bad about dropping my cell phone out of my pocket, and I dropped it a few times, and I was always able to call my number, and someone would pick up, and they would try to explain to me how to get to where they were and pick up my phone. So yeah, the people are really friendly and very nice people. Except when they're behind the wheel of a car. And I talked about that yesterday. When they're driving, there is very aggressive driving in Taiwan. I like to say people in Taiwan drive like they're going to a fire every day. But I think it's, the premium on time. They don't want to waste time driving. And so they drive to everywhere like they're driving to a fire. But yeah, for Americans, there is kind of a pecking order among expatriates in Taiwan. And I would say that Americans are near the top, and people from developing countries like Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia are near the bottom when it comes to living in Taiwan. Most workers from Malaysia and Indonesia and the Philippines are signed under contracts, and that means they live in dormitories sponsored by their employer. Their life is pretty structured around work. Now, usually they do have, like 2 or 3 days a week off from work on a rotating basis to travel around and visit and do what they want to do. But the rest of the time they are beholden to their work contracts, and they can't just decide they want to work for another worker and change employers. If they try to breach their contract, then they'll be exported if they are caught by the police. So it's definitely a different experience living in Taiwan as an American. Americans are probably some of the most sought after when it comes to teaching English because of our accent. A lot of Taiwanese people do business in America, and so companies value the American and Canadian accent. If you think you're going to miss some of the things from home, you probably will miss some things. There's not as much of a selection of cheeses in Taiwan because Taiwanese people aren't as big on cheese as Americans and other Westerners. A few other things, minor things that you might find a little bit hard to get here. I wear a size 12 shoe, and if I'm looking in like a brand name store, I can usually find my size. But if I'm looking like in a hypermart for a cheap shoe, sometimes I have trouble finding a size 12. And size 12 is not really that big in the U.S. Another thing is there's a lot of American restaurants in Taiwan, so that you probably won't miss as much. There's Domino's, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Burger King. I've even seen Texas Roadhouse. There's TGI Fridays. Haven't seen an Applebee's yet. There might be one in Taipei, but I'm not sure. But you will definitely find your type of food somewhere in Taiwan. You might have to look a little bit if you want some down-home Southern American cooking. But you'll find it. Another thing to note is a lot of Taiwanese people don't have ovens. They don't bake very much. So if you like to bake, ovens are more expensive, like full-size ovens, and they're rarer in Taiwan. They're hard to find. But there are lots of bakeries around. Taiwanese desserts tend to be much less sweet than American and Western desserts. So if you like sweet desserts, you might want to make your own in Taiwan, because it's hard to find desserts that are very sweet in Taiwan. But again, that's healthier for you. So those are some of the things that I left off yesterday, and some of the reasons why it's good to live in Taiwan. I think I'm definitely healthier and have traveled more than I would have. I've had more money to travel than I would have if I'd stayed in the United States. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below. Thank you for watching American Teacher. Bye-bye.